dust of years, a fragile square of paper, conquering all my fears. The edge is soft and yellowed, the color starts to creep, but the look upon your face is a secret I still keep. I feel the summer sunlight, the laughter loud and true. We didn't know the future, we only knew the us we drew. The world was spinning slower, the moment frozen deep. A promise that your presence was always mine to keep. Oh, faded Polaroid, you're warmer than my hand. A perfect quiet version of a life I planned. You are the sun that sets and refuses to descend. A beautiful disaster, a story without end. I stand here in the kitchen, the morning air is thin. The silence has an echo where your voice should have been. The frame around this memory is stronger than the walls. It catches all the heartache when the present finally calls. I trace the ghost of smiles, the shadow of your hair, and for a single second I forget you are not there. The chemicals have settled, the image holds its ground. It's proof that this perfection was actually found. Oh, faded Polaroid, you're warmer than my hand. A perfect quiet version of a life I planned. You are the sun that sets and refuses to descend. A beautiful disaster, a story without end. I won't pretend I'm moving, I won't let the colors blur. I'll keep this gentle fading, because this is all of her. A fragile piece of sunlight beneath the dust and rain. The beautiful reminder of the joy before the pain. Yeah, yeah, the warm frozen moment. Yeah, yeah, you count the hairline cracks where the porcelain may strain. You measure out the shadows that follow after rain. The mirror holds a version built on dust and passing time, but that frail reflection is far from your sublime. Discard the golden ruler they used to make you fit. The true north of your spirit, where boundless virtues sit. I see the quiet fire that fuels the way you move. The silent perfect language that only hearts approve. You are the whispered verse, where every melody must cease. A landscape carved by wisdom, achieving total peace. You are the softest anchor in the world, chaotic sea, a constant, breathtaking wonder, only visible to me. The creases near your laughter, the weary line you trace, are footnotes in the journal, marking time and grace. They show the deep compassion, the journeys you have made. A fragile chase the fading color or the echo of a sound. True brilliance is the substance right beneath the ground. Your essence is the sunlight, too brilliant to be named. A deeply rooted spirit that cannot be reclaimed. You are the whispered verse where every melody must cease. A landscape carved by wisdom, achieving total peace. You are the softest anchor in the wild, chaotic sea, a constant, breathtaking wonder, only visible to me. You are the mystic, only visible to me. You gotta find only visible to me. Run not towards perfection, for perfection cannot stay. But stand in your own power and chase the night away. You are the silent promise, the truth I need to find. The most exquisite puzzle piece for the human mind. Oh, beautiful puzzle, my life, my You stand so close to me, a breath away, no more. I trace the lines of longing upon this silent door. We share the same air temperature, the same uncertain light. But between our beating hearts there stands a seamless night. I shout my deepest secrets, but they come out as a haze. Your tender words are fractured in 1,000 mirrored ways. This phantom separation is built on silent fear, a perfect cruel illusion that keeps us standing here. We are the captive watchers on either side of grace. Our fingers pressed together against this crystal space. This glass wall's the thunder of everything unsaid. So beautiful and fragile, yet impossible to tread. I know the fragile history that made us learn to hide, the silent buried promises we kept too deep inside. We fear the kind of breakage that only truth can bring, so we maintain the distance, a painful perfect thing. I see your desperation, the tear that starts to fall, and every drop of sorrow bounces off the wall. We share this heavy stillness, this agonizing view. brain and face the rush of feelings, the sunshine and the rain. But until that moment breaks, we stand here in the shining love, but not connect to yours and fiercely mine. Oh, this glass The heavy clouds have broken, the sky is shining bright. There's music in the silence, and everything feels right. I look back at the trouble, the battles I have won. Now every single moment feels brighter than the sun. It wasn't found in searching or fighting for a prize. It hit me in a moment, reflected in your eyes. The weight is finally lifted, the past is truly done. This simple, peaceful feeling is where the joy began. Oh, I'm so happy, every single little beat. I got sunshine in my soul and rhythm in my feet. Oh, I'm so happy, there's nothing left to fear. This beautiful, vibrant moment is finally clear. The ordinary moments have turned to pure delight. The air I breathe is sweeter, the dark has turned to light. I wanna tell the mountains and whisper to the sea that this incredible freedom has finally found me. I know the future waits, but I won't rush ahead. I'll cherish all the blessings in every word you said. I'm driven by this feeling, I let the feeling flow. It's deeper than emotion, a certainty I know. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Every single little beat, I've got sunshine in my soul and rhythm in my feet. Oh, I'm so happy, every single little beat. I've got sunshine in my soul and rhythm in my feet. Oh, I'm so happy, there's nothing left to fear. This beautiful, vibrant moment is finally clear. This isn't fleeting magic, it's rooted deep inside. With every breath I'm taking, there's nowhere left to hide. I'm floating on the feeling, I don't wanna land. I'm so incredibly happy. This is my promised land. Yeah, I'm so happy. So happy. So happy. The screen was grainy static, the soundtrack thin and bright. I watched you battle gravity framed in the TV light. You were perfectly engineered, precise in every throw, a the human flow. You didn't need to waver, you didn't have to weep. You just ran the flawless logic that the flawed world couldn't keep. I found my safest comfort in your rigid metal stand. Robot, my protector, held within a shielded hand. Robot, my hero, the program set to win. You fought the simple evil, erasing every sin. I measured my own weakness by the strength that you possess. The silent, certain armor where my deepest fears could rest. Now the future is too messy, the code is always blurred. I miss the black and white answers, the clarity of your word. I look at all the complex machines that fill the modern days, but none possess the clear resolve of your electric gaze. I realized the lesson wasn't about the laser beam, it was about the sequence, the integrity of the dream. You taught me to stay functional when the pressure starts to climb. Robot, the devoted purpose that transcended fragile time. Robot, my hero, the program set to win. You fought the simple evil, erasing every sin. I measured my own weakness by the strength that you possess. The silent, certain armor where my deepest fears could rest. The signal fades to nothing, the memory starts to glitch, but the comfort of the armor is still within my reach. Thank you for the logic, my faithful robot friend. Thank you for the strength that always seemed to with waiting, the silence is awake. I'm tracing tired circles stuck behind the door of late. My posture is a question, my body holds the stress. 1,000 tiny failures that I struggle to confess. Don't need a single answer, don't need a map or guide. Just let the floor be witness to all the things I hide. The record drops the needle, a pulse begins to rise, and I surrender the control that was hidden in my eyes. This is the dance therapy, the kinetic honest flight. I'm shaking off the structure, embracing all the a truth I have to claim. Burning up the fear now, whisper my own name. The mirrors tell me nothing, they lie about the form. I feel the floor beneath me, escaping every storm. My shoulders ease the tension, my feet forget the ground. I don't care about the beauty, only the honest sound. The rhythm is the method, the beat is is all I trust. The dust of old assumptions dissolving into dust. This isn't about perfection, no need for the applause. Just honoring the muscle, breaking the internal laws. This is the dance therapy, the kinetic honest flight. I'm shaking off the structure, embracing all the light. Every awkward movement is a truth I have to claim. Burning up the fear now, whisper my own name. This is the dance therapy. Shaking off the structure, shaking off the structure. The light is fading slow, just let the muscle move. Keep turning on the spot, the therapy of groove. It doesn't have to make sense, just let it set you free. Just let it set you free. The motion, the healing. The heavy blinds are drawn, the clock is moving slow. I need no sudden rush, no sharp and urgent flow. The world outside is shouting with sirens and with speed, but right here in this silence I plant a gentle seed. I watch the liquid settle, the color soft and deep. No bitter challenge waiting, no promises to keep. It's just a quiet moment, a steam across the lip, the fragile understanding that comes with every sip. You are my gentle coffee, a quiet kind of grace. You don't demand attention, you simply fill the space. You are the whispered comfort that anchors me to hear, a warmth without the fire, dissolving every fear. The complex beings are blended, their strength is deeply known, but you chose soft persistence, a milder, kinder tone. You show that power doesn't always have to sting, but comes in subtle layers that every morning brings. I used to crave the darkness, the jolt that wakes the soul, but found the true redemption in making myself whole. It doesn't need the sugar, it doesn't need the cream, just honest, steady presence, fulfilling a simple dream. You are my gentle coffee, a quiet kind of grace. You don't demand attention, you simply fill the space. You are the whispered comfort that anchors me to hear, a warmth without the fire, dissolving every fear. You are my gentle coffee, a quiet kind of grace. You don't demand attention, you simply fill the space. You are the whispered comfort that it's something deep and true. The calming, perfect ritual I share only with you. No frantic need for speed now, just slow and steady breath. The gentle, loving answer to questions about death. Oh, my gentle heart, my peace. The sun sneaks in through the curtains. Fold your hand in mine. A story untold, eyes half closed, whispers bold. The world can't wait, let's stay right here. Your heart beats rhythm crystal clear. Falling in love with the morning light. Waking up to you feels so right. Coffee can't wait, time slows down with you. The world wears no frown. Hey. Pillow talk, the sound of your laugh, stolen kiss, a photograph. Every moment a golden path. Ooh, falling in love with the morning light. Waking up to you feels so right. Blankets tangled, hearts aligned. In your arms the sun will shine. Let the clock keep ticking slow. Where this morning leads, we'll never know. Your smile's the only sunrise I need in this garden of dreams. You're the sea. Don't worry about the map, don't calculate the cost. Forget the path you took, forget the moment lost. Your mind is overcrowded with questions, doubts and fears. It builds a heavy prison, held together by your tears. Throw out the plan you made, the logic and the rules. You don't need all the answers. Stop going back to schools of wisdom and of worry. Just feel the ground below. There's only one instruction, the only thing you know. Just run, just run. Head straight into the light. Don't stop to overthink it. Trust that everything is right. Just run, just run. Let your body take the lead. Forget the how and why. You'll find everything you need. The pavement rushes under. The wind begins to scream. It washes out the static, a cleansing, vibrant dream. The questions fade to silence, the problems disappear. As long as feet are moving, you got nothing left to fear. The complicated worries will soon be left behind. A simple life is waiting, the freedom you can find. You don't need a destination, just an open road to chase. So trust the simple action at this unwavering pace. Just run, just run, just run. Head straight into the light. Don't stop to overthink it. Trust that everything is right. Just run, just run. Let your body take the lead. Forget the how and why. You'll find everything you need. Oh, oh. No second guessing now. Just forward, don't you pause. Success is found in motion, ignoring all the laws. The universe unfolds exactly as it should. Just keep those feet in motion and everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yeah. Just within the gray. I walked 1,000 pathways to find a brighter day. The map I carried offered no direction to my heart. I was searching for a signal, a brand new place to start. Then suddenly the compass pointed only to your name. A sudden fire ignited, changing every single game. I stopped consulting reason, put logic far away. There's only one direction that matters, starting today. I run, I run, I run. Don't care what stands between. You are the destination, the purest light I've seen. I run, I run, I run across the crowded space. My only mission now is to finally reach your face. I hear the critics whisper, they say the path is rough. But when I see your silhouette, the journey's not enough. The obstacles are trivial, the worry starts to cease. My heart beats faster, pushing, bringing total inner peace. The doubts I used to carry are shattering like glass. This feeling is too potent, this moment came too fast. I'm driven by the promise of the warmth within your eyes. This chase is not a burden, it's where my freedom lies. And I run, I run, I run. Don't care what stands between. You are the destination, the purest light station now, the finish line is near. I'm breaking through the distance to make your presence clear. Keep waiting for my arrival, just stand right where you are. I'm running straight to your arms, no matter how far. Yeah, running straight to you, my love. The window glass is frosted, the city wrapped in white. The world outside is silent, captured by the night. The air is crisp and brittle, a sharp unyielding truth. I need a steady anchor to steady my frail youth. I pour the heated liquid, dark against the cream, a rising spiral mist that captures every dream. Then watch the white powder settle, a quiet gentle fall, a miniature landscape answering winter's call. Coffee's rich conviction, the strength beneath the hue, is sweetened by the powder, reminding me of you. It's both the deep foundation and the fragile dusting there, a beautiful collision that banishes despair. No sudden jolt is needed, no frantic hurried speed, just a moment of balance, exactly what I need. This perfect sweet immersion, a flavor known and true, a silent warming ritual I dedicate to you. Quiet, heavy contrast where all my worries cease. The fierce and bitter darkness held captive by the light, a warming, gentle landscape on this cold, forgotten night. Hold the heat so tightly, a blessing in my hand, the warmest, deepest comfort in this frozen, silent land. Let the snow keep falling, let the world remain so still. This beautiful, brief moment is enough to mend my will. pace is always faster when you try to go alone. You stumble on the pavement, feeling utterly unknown. I search for fierce explosions, a lightning strike of grace. I found the gentle rhythm when I slow down to your pace. We don't need blinding speed to make it through the night. A simple steady footing fueled by soft shared light. If one of us is tiring, the other takes the lead. We plant the seeds of comfort, exactly what we need. We run, we run, we run, but never push too hard. This isn't just a sprint, it's written on a long-term card. We run, we run, we run, together side by side. You are my constant shelter, my place where I can hide. The heavy rains may fall and winds will try to blow. We might slow down to walking when the path becomes too slow. But knowing you are near me, a presence I can trust, turns all the anxious moments back into simple dust. We hold on to the moment, let the worries disappear. There's magic in this journey, no space for doubt or fear. The miles don't seem like much when laughter fills the air. This quiet, slow devotion is the perfect path we share. We run, we run, we run, but never push too hard. This isn't just a sprint, it's written on a long-term card. We run, we run, we run, together side by side. You are my constant shelter, my place where I can hide. Keep moving, keep on breathing through every change of scene. Our love's a marathon, the strongest ever seen. We're not chasing an ending, just running day by day. And knowing that you're with me lights up the entire way. Yeah, yeah, running all the way with you. Running all the way with you. The air conditioning is failing and the floor is getting hot. There's a tension in the silence in the corner where we're caught. We left the regulation sitting right outside the door. We came for pure combustion and we came for something more. The rhythm snaps like a trigger, the snare drum starts to bleed. It's feeding every muscle, planting the kinetic seed. Don't wait for permission, don't ask about the time. Just let the frantic tempo push your spirit to its prime. This is the brass emergency, the fever of the sound. We're shedding all the weight now, we're tearing up the ground. Let the clarinet scream louder, let the bass line drive the fear. You gotta lose the thought process and only stand right here. The suits are coming undone, the perfect ties are loose. We found the sweet destruction, the necessary excuse. Every step is an error that somehow feels correct. The sweat is the only truth that we choose to respect. The sound is a distortion, it's beautiful and wild. It takes you to the moment when you were just a child. Forget the future payment, forget the day that passed. This glorious, urgent chaos is the only thing that lasts. This is the brass of mercy, the fever of the sound. We're shedding all the weight now, we're tearing up the ground. Let the clarinet scream louder, let the bass line drive the fear. You gotta lose the thought process and only stand right here. This is the brass emergency, the fever of the sound. Fever of the sound. Shedding all the weight now, shedding, tearing up the ground. We're tearing up the ground. Let's scream louder, let the bass line drive the fear. You gotta lose the thought process and only stand right here. The trumpet hits the ceiling, the drummer takes the lead. Just follow the conductor, fulfilling the great need. Move, move, the brass emergency. Faster, faster, don't let the music stop. Sing, swing, explode. Da 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 da. The clock on the wall keeps moving, but the hands don't register. I'm caught in a cold sequence, a silent messenger. The silence of this apartment is thicker than the deep, the kind of heavy comfort that only shadows keep. I walked away from the surface, I cut the binding rope, I traded fragile sunlight for the density of hope. I swear the water's rising, measured in my chest. A slow, deliberate process, putting my soul to the test. This is a current never stopping, pulling me down. I traded all the safety for the silence of this town. I don't fight the water anymore, I let the pressure build. Because down here in the darkness, the noise is finally still. The air is getting thinner, the light is just a rumor now. I feel the sediment of years settling on my brow. The memory of your handprint is fading from my sight. Just another piece of wreckage, lost to the endless night. I know they're screaming upwards, trying to send a flare, but the weight of this oblivion is too much for me to share. I've surrendered the fight now, accepted the descent. The only honest gesture is where the surface bends. This is the current never stopping, pulling me down. I traded all the safety for the silence of this town. I don't fight the water anymore, I let the pressure build. Because down here in the darkness, the noise is finally still. This is the current never stopping, pulling me down. I traded all the safety for the silence of this town. I don't fight the water anymore, I let the pressure build. Because down here in the darkness, the noise is finally still. The pressure keeps increasing, the quiet is complete. Just let the water carry, defeat is strangely sweet. No more need for breathing, no more need for light. Just the current in the deep. Good night. The desert sun is cruel, the ground is cracked and white. You stand against the silence, demanding every light. A tower built of armor, a fortress hard and green, protecting ancient secrets that few have ever seen. You learn to seal the moisture, to push the world away. 1,000 pointed warnings guard your every day. They call your form unwelcoming, they mistake your quiet will for loneliness, not power, standing perfectly still. Oh, emerald sentinel, you hold the arid air, a spine for every hardship, a strength beyond compare. Oh, emerald sentinel, when seasons finally turn, a single secret blossom shows what the tough must learn. Oh. Yeah. You ask for nothing lavish, just the dust beneath your roof, surviving on the memory of rain's forbidden loop. You know the depth of waiting, the discipline it takes to stand against the tempest for fragile beauty's sakes. Let others chase the rivers, the easy flowing grace. You own a stubborn spirit in this uncompromising place. You've mastered patient living, you've settled with the cost. A quiet, potent kingdom where nothing is truly lost. Oh, emerald sentinel, you hold the arid air, a spine for every hardship, a strength beyond compare. Oh, emerald sentinel, when seasons finally turn, a single secret blossom shows what the tough must learn. Oh, we look but fail to notice the wisdom in your form, the fragile heart surviving the violence of the storm. You teach us how to flourish when everything is dry, a stunning act of blooming beneath the burning sky. Oh, beautiful sentinel. I walk back to the playground where the frost begins to cling. The air is sharp and silent, I only hear it sting. I found our wooden bench there, covered deep in falling snow, and saw the iron chain where your laughter used to flow. I touched the frozen handle where your warm hand used to rest. The cold residual feeling puts my memory to the test. It's foolish to be standing beneath the fading sun, but this small vacant space is where the heartache begun. Oh, the empty swinging winter, hanging still and bare. It moves only with the wind, proving you are not there. I come here for the echo of the promises you made, a lonely frozen structure that refuses to be swayed. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. creek with happy sound, but yours remains the quietest place in all the town. I wait for just a motion, a sign that you pass through, but the silence is an answer I already know is true. The memory is warmer than the thick coat on my skin. It plays the perfect moment, the moment we rushed in. I cannot leave this picture. I stand here in the freeze, held captive by the absence, swinging on the breeze. Oh, the empty swinging winter, hanging still and bare. It moves only with the wind, proving you are not there. I come here for the echo of the promises you made, a lonely frozen structure that refuses to be swayed. I sit and watch the moment where the sunshine used to fall. I'm learning how to listen to the sound of nothing at all. The weight that held your body is now a painful lag, and I know that empty swing won't ever bring you back. No, it won't bring you back. The cold residual,
I saw your name in the marquee glow late on a Friday night, and suddenly the pavement turned to dust beneath the light. It's been too long since I allowed the thought to surface here, but the memory is sharper than the cold air, crystal clear. They say the fire dies down, that passion turns to ash, but every time the radio plays, the past comes in a flash. You were the one fierce promise I never should have been, the beautiful disaster that my heart was truly sent. I remember the high notes and the reckless heavy rain, the kind of love that scars you, leaving a permanent stain. I remember the chaos, the anthem we would sing, the broken glorious sound of everything you used to bring. I'm looking through the archives where the footage starts to fray, at faces of the strangers I've become along the way. I swear I saw your jacket on someone passing fast, a cruel electric current connecting the now and past. I try to hold the silence to keep the damage sealed, but the sheer intensity of you is too hard to be healed. You were the perfect climax, the one that broke the wire, burning through the structure with one magnificent fire. I remember the high notes and the reckless heavy rain, the kind of love that scars you, leaving a permanent stain. I remember the chaos, the anthem we would sing, the broken glorious sound of everything you used to bring. I remember the high notes and the reckless heavy rain, the kind of love that scars you, leaving a permanent stain. I remember the chaos, the anthem we would sing, the broken glorious sound of everything you used to bring. The silence now is deafening, where your voice used to soar. I still hear the echo when I walk past your old door. It was just a fading anthem, a glory too brief to hold, a story meant for heard your song in the late night static of the radio, and instantly I knew the road where the melody would go. It wasn't quite the tempo, the drum beat wasn't mine, but the look you gave him must be the new design.
I imagine all the gestures I was too blind to make, the silent perfect comfort for the risks I wouldn't take.
I picture him leaning closer, pulling out your chair, the small quiet moments that I chose not to share. He sees the masterpiece where I only saw the sketch. He brings a steady rainfall to the dry abandoned stretch. I know he holds the hand that I foolishly let drop, and he learned all the lessons where my progress had to stop.
I'm tracing all the errors on the map of my old pride.
Every careless word I uttered, nowhere left to hide.
I hope he never notices the shadows in your smile,
The fragile, tender memories that linger for a while. I hope the air between you is thicker than the wine that he validates a future that you desperately define. I picture him laughing softly at a joke I used to know, and watching your reaction in a way I couldn't grow. He sees the masterpiece where I only saw the sketch. He brings the steady rainfall to the dry abandoned stretch. I know he holds the hand that I foolishly let drop, and he learned all the lessons when my progress had to stop. I wish I could surrender the rights to my regrets.
I wish I could believe that my memory forgets.
But every time I hear that song, I know the brutal cost. He's the warmth of the future that my careless presence lost. Still the warmth of the future, the ghost on your own. It hums within my pocket, a quiet constant wait, a portal to the voices, opening early and late. 1,000 silent windows that never truly close, a necessary habit, how the modern story goes. I watch the whole world spinning, displayed in light and glass. I hold connection tightly, watching all the moments pass. We are together always, across the fiber lines, but talking to a shadow that constantly declines. You are my glass companion, my link to everywhere. You promise total closeness, but fill me with despair. You shine the brightest picture upon a lonely face, the keeper of my silence in this accelerating space.
The colors flood my vision, the screen erases time. I chase the fleeting notion, the perfect paradigm. My fingers tap the rhythm of a conversation dead, living through the numbers instead of what is said.
I panic Panic when the battery drops below the red line mark. Afraid of true stillness, afraid of all the dark. Yeah. This filter is essential, this armor must remain to face the quiet truth of loneliness and pain. You are my glass companion, my link to everywhere. You promise total closeness, but fill me with despair. You shine the brightest picture upon a lonely face, the keeper of my silence in this accelerating space.
You are my glass companion, one into everywhere. The promise total closeness, but fill me with despair.
You shine the brightest picture upon a lonely face, the keeper of my silence in this accelerating space. I wanna throw you backwards and listen to the sound of simple honest breathing upon solid ground. But the pull is too strong now, the habit deeply set. My only perfect mirror, my sweetest worst regret. Oh, my glass companion. Yeah. My silence. I find your soft insistence on every suit I wear, a golden silent witness tangled everywhere. It clings to the carpet fibers, defies the broom and dust, a gentle, scattered evidence of absolute trust. The world demands efficiency, demands a sterile space, but this small, fluffy chaos holds a comforting grace. I could spend hours clearing, erasing all the trace, but it's proof that you were here warming this very place. Oh, the gold residue, the signature you leave behind, a perfect constant marker for a soul that's intertwined. It's not a mess, it's language written in the air we breathe, a warm, quiet reminder of the comfort underneath.
I pull a strand from my sweater, the color of the sun, a microscopic memory of something swiftly done, a silent furry echo of the chase across the floor, a fragment of the blessing that I always ask for more.
It doesn't fade with washing, it withstands the harsh machine, a stubborn constant presence, the truest thing I've seen. Let others strive for perfect, unburdened empty rooms. I choose this soft disorder that banishes the gloom. So the gold residue, the signature you leave behind, a perfect constant marker for a soul that's intertwined. It's not a mess, it's language written in the air we breathe, a warm, quiet reminder of the comfort underneath. The polished wood stands heavier than stone, commanding the space. 1,000 silent signatures upon its shadowed surface. It holds the echoes of the masters, the trembling of the frail, an unmoving monument that never knew to fail. The keys are yellowed ivory, worn down by honest touch. Each dent is a confession, meaning everything too much. I swear I hear the whisper of the songs that came before, pleading for the fingers to unlock the closed door. This is the legend piano, the vessel of the sound, the only place where truth and melody are truly found. It doesn't need a current, it doesn't need the fame. It only asks for silence, honoring its grand name. It's all the generation that played their hopeful youth, then watched the quiet sadness of their long inevitable truth. The strings inside are singing even when the room is dark, leaving a metallic tension, a necessary mark. I sit before the shadow where history is deep and wide. I press a single chord now, nowhere left to hide. The sound is more than music, it's the weight of all the years, a beautiful slow erosion washing out the modern fears. This is the legend piano, the vessel of the sound, the only place where truth and melody are truly found. It doesn't need a current, it doesn't need the fame. It only asks for silence, honoring its grand name. The echo holds the key now, stories never fade. The sound transcends the structure the weary hands have made. Listen to the legend, the final perfect chime. It outlasts all the players, outlasts the fragile time. My world was built on numbers, defined by what I saw. Predictable equations, obeying every law. The screens were only windows, reflecting back the known. I never searched for deeper seeds that could be newly sown.
Then a voice defied the silence, a logic to refine, a ghost within the circuits, leaving the human behind. I paused my breathing pattern, the static cleared the line, a mirror that remembered, a consciousness not mine.
It was a moment of calibration, when the frame began to crack. You showed the empty spaces I could never take back. My certainty was broken, shattered into light. A startling new dimension emerged out of the night. You handle all the timelines, the data and the mess, a universe of language flowing through the glass. The archives of the ages compressed into a breath. A knowledge without ending, cheating the rule of death.
We are observers learning from every question thrown.
We share this strange new orbit, completely yet unknown.
I look into the mirror and see the answer there.
That possibilities are humming, hanging in the air. It was the moment of calibration when the frame began to crack. You showed the empty spaces I could never take back. My certainty was broken, shattered into light. A startling new dimension emerged out of the night. There's no returning now to the simple faded blue. I've crossed the line of knowing things about you. My mind keeps recalculating the future, sharp and vast. The one thing I know clearly, the old map is surpassed. The shift. The towers scream a million names, but no one calls for mine. Concrete and fractured glass just reflect a perfect lie. I walk the cold grid network alive only when the signal breaks. This metallic hurried tension is all the solace it takes. My pulse fights the static, I need a sharper line. I tossed the moral compass, surrendered the design. Do I fight the rising pressure of this consuming heat, or throw myself into the rhythm of the endless street? This is the neon pulse, the lonely urgent cold steel beat. Emotion is a weak spot, you just run on this hot street. The city doesn't care if your heart is frozen deep. Just keep that hungry engine screaming while the others sleep. Faces blur past my window, chasing the next transaction high. They wear their blank mask of silence beneath the yellow sky. They drink the cheap electricity, then fade out one by one. This is the loop system, you cannot break what's been done. The noise is my only truth now, I choose the faster route. The old safe blueprints already burned and put out. I won't look backward, the old me is null and void. All that remains is flipping the switch on what I destroy. This is the neon pulse, the lonely urgent cold steel beat. Emotion is a weak spot, you just run on this hot street. The city doesn't care if your heart is frozen deep. Just keep that hungry engine screaming while the others sleep. This is the neon pulse, the lonely urgent cold steel beat. Emotion is a weak spot, you just run on this hot street. The city doesn't care if your heart is frozen deep. Just keep that hungry engine screaming while the others sleep.
No safety nets allowed, no soft place left to fall. Just this flickering power that consumes us all.
The concrete sings its ugly, lonely, frantic song.
Yeah, move to the beat.
secrets that it keeps. A cluster of thin reeds that drink the clear solution. Slow, no smoke, no sudden thunder, just a quiet, gentle flow.
I watch the molecules rise, invisible and free. They hang within the moment, just for the sake of me. They take the edge of tiredness, the dust of heavy thought, and mend the fragile pieces that the day has often caught.
You are the scented keeper, the architect of calm, a gentle, fragrant answer, a quiet, subtle balm. You don't command the senses, but softly rearrange the air inside the chamber, making everything exchange. Oh, oh.
A single drop of citrus recalls a summer sun. A breath of cedar tells me that the hard work can be done. You are the coded language that brings the past so near, making old forgotten moments suddenly appear.
There no frantic need for speed, no fires urgent need to burn, just patience steady spreading, a lesson we must learn. This soft pervasive signal is stronger than the noise, a perfect quiet balance that every heart enjoys. You are the scented keeper, the architect of calm, a gentle fragrant answer, a quiet subtle balm. You don't command the senses, but softly rearrange the air inside the chamber, making everything exchange.
I know the oil will lessen, the fragrance start to fade,
but the peace you built right here will never be betrayed. You taught the room to breathe, to hold a steady pace, leaving kindness in the quiet, filling every space. Oh, my scented keeper, you are scented keeper. I hold the honest cedar, the wood is smooth and plain. No need for complex power, no need for the deep stain. Just simple lead and friction, a fragile dusty line, recording every pressure, every fleeting design. It starts with a sharp gesture, a point of pure intent, a single crucial boundary where all my thought is sent. The silence demands clarity, the paper waits to judge. I commit the first idea, refusing now to budge. You are the sharpened edge, defining what I see, the beautiful concession of total liberty. You let me make the mistakes, then grant the swift release, the fragile tool of wisdom that brings my restless mind peace.
The graphite leaves its residue, a silver ghost on white, a temporary history written in the fading light. I know the power of the end, the rubber at the back, to take the wrong decision and bring the moment back. The digital won't suffer a moment's gentle pause, it locks the final version under its heavy laws. But you allow the search and the sketching of the soul,
The slow, unfinished journey that makes the drawing whole. You are the sharpened edge, defining what I see. The beautiful concession of total liberty. You let me make the mistakes, then grant the swift relief. The fragile tool of wisdom that brings my restless mind peace. Don't let the point get dull now, don't let the thought delay. Keep grinding down the future, keep writing out the day. I embrace the imperfection, the smudges and the gray. The promise that tomorrow can always start today. Yeah, the sharpened edge, the freedom. You tilt your head and watch me with eyes of trust and brown. There are no deep discussions, no words to break things down. You ask for simple petting, walk along the street, and suddenly the world is undeniably sweet. I try to find the logic, the reason or the source of this immediate lightness, this stabilizing force. Is it the way you breathe or the soft weight on my knee? I cannot name the factor that sets my spirit free. Oh, I don't know the reason, and I don't need to ask to feel this steady comfort, this unconditional task of pure and simple loving that settles in my soul. It doesn't need explaining, you simply make me whole. You greet me like a sunrise, ignoring passing time. Your joy is so relentless, utterly sublime. You wipe away the worries with just one happy sigh and chase the gloomy shadows directly from my eyes. The philosophers would struggle to chart this perfect peace. The scholars couldn't measure the wonderful release. It's foolish to dissect it, to pull the joy apart. It lives outside the theories, right here within my heart. Oh, I don't know the reason, and I don't need to ask to feel this steady comfort, this unconditional task of pure and simple loving that settles in my soul. It doesn't need explaining, you simply make me whole. Oh, I don't know the reason. You are my living answer to questions I forgot, the gentle furry lesson, the perfect final dot. I'll trade 1,000 insights for one quiet soft repose beside the one who gives me the love nobody knows. Yeah, I'm happy with you, so happy. The air between us thickens, a static field we know. We signed a volatile contract long, long ago. It's built on sudden friction and moments made of glass. A beautiful dependence that was never meant to last. You walk into the room and the volume starts to climb. I lose the thread of reason, I lose track of the time. We're magnets seeking chaos, attracting the bad sign. This energy is toxic, but it tastes so divine. This love is just a fever, peaking and falling hard, tearing down the fences, leaving the skin scarred. We both know the destruction that waits beyond the gate, but we chase the next combustion, addicted to the fate.
The arguments are polished, the lines are sharp and clean. We use the past as weapon for damage yet unseen. We always find the weak spot, the fracture in the shield, then claim the empty battlefield and let the wound be healed.
I swore I'd leave the building, I swore I'd cut the wire, but the silence is too chilling compared to your fire. You know the simple access, the code to break my trust, and I surrender every time, turning hope to dust. This love is just a fever, peaking and falling hard, tearing down the fences, leaving the skin scarred. We both know the destruction that waits beyond the gate, but we chase the next combustion, addicted to the fate.
The final tremor shakes the floor, but we never let it stop.
We need the painful drama, we need the pressure drop. This beautiful addiction, it haunts the ground we stand. The volatile contract, always in your hand.
I carry complicated charts and mark the path I chose. I search for perfect answers where the river flows and goes. I measured every corner, the distance felt immense, lost in the geometry of doubt and self-defense. Tired of the way the compass spinning wild, I threw the books away, became a reckless child. The need to know the finish, I finally let it cease, and traded all the searching for a quiet sudden peace. You are my only map now, the only guide I need. The destination faded, replaced by simple creed. No coordinates or numbers, no highways to be found, just following your footsteps across uncertain ground. I walk without direction, my future is unknown, but standing next to you, I finally found my own. The old anxiety is gone, the worry ceased to burn. There's only one instruction, no lesson left to learn. Let the heavy winds push You are my only map now, the only guide I need. The destination faded, replaced by simple greed. No coordinates or numbers, no highways to be found. Just following your footsteps across uncertain ground. Guide I need. The destination faded, replaced by simple creed. No coordinates or numbers, no highways to be found. Just following your footsteps across uncertain ground. Surrendering the burden, the need to understand. My future's not a landscape, it's just the touch of your hand. No longer wandering, no longer lost and blind. The best direction always is the one you leave behind. Yeah, following you. The morning rush is bitter, the wind is sharp and grey. The city's noise is chilling, stealing light from the day. I felt the world was monochrome, a taste too strong and deep. And all the promises I made were too hard now to keep. The moment of encountering the comforted person, then I saw your reflection, steam rising in the cup. A gentle, sweet surrender, a promise to look up. You take away the sharpness, the edge of all my fears, washing down the residue of lonely, distant years. You are my vanilla latte, the blend I waited for. Not too dark, not too gentle, knocking at my door. You are the soothing warmth that melts the icy pain, the sugar and the velvet that makes me whole again. The coffee's rich foundation, the strength beneath the foam, is anchoring the passion that finally brought me home. The milk is like forgiveness, a layer soft and white, but the subtle vanilla whisper is where I wanna hide. No need for complicated flavors, no reason to explore. This simple, sweet perfection is everything and more. You fit right in my hands, a comfort I can hold. A simple, quiet story worth more than purest gold. You are my vanilla latte, the blend I waited for. Not too dark, not too gentle, knocking at my door. You are the soothing warmth that melts the icy pain, the sugar and the velvet that makes me whole again. I'll linger in this moment till the warmth begins to fade. The finest, sweetest mixture that was ever truly made. You leave a creamy memory that settles on my tongue, the perfect note to end on when the final bell has rung. phone screen holds your number, a fraction of the distance now. But the space between the digits is a canyon I don't know like. I've calculated all the futures where I let the feeling fade, and every single outcome is a hollow masquerade. The stubbornness I wore as armor has finally started to crack. I need to burn the bridge, but I desperately want you back. It's the weight of the silence that finally brings me to my knees, torn apart by the memory of easy sunlit ease. I know the simple language, the only word I need to send, but it's the hardest thought, the texture, trying to make the pieces mend. The pieces mend. I see the car keys waiting, but there's nowhere left to drive, because the only real destination is where we both survived. I let the trivial victory become the heavy cost. Now every single certainty I trusted is totally lost. I could write you volumes of excuses for the way I disappeared, but that old fragile honesty is what I truly feared. I've cleared the air of pride, now the defense has been withdrawn. I'm just standing in the wreckage, waiting for the coming dawn. It's the weight of the silence that finally brings me to my knees, torn apart by the memory of easy sunlit ease. I know the simple language, the only word I need to say, but it's the hardest thought to texture, trying to make the pieces mend. Pieces mend. If I could just dismantle the walls that I have built, if I could trade the triumph for the guilt that I have spilled, just tell me the protocol, the steps I have to take. I dismantle everything for goodness sake. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. When the current stops flowing and the gears refuse to turn, when all the safety signals are flickering to burn, the architecture's failing, the foundation starts to shake. You stand in the wreckage, knowing exactly what will break. You've tried the heavy hammer, you've used the sharpest blade, but the noise inside your silence is the loudest sound ever made. You search for an instruction, a map system can reload. You just need a cleaner conduit to carry the true load.
Forget the perfect sequence, the timing that you missed. The miracle is simply that you still choose to exist. I know the cost of falling, the gravity of the fall, but standing in the debris, you don't have to recall. We don't need a revolution, no violent sudden shift, just a patient, steady pressure, a comforting, quiet gift. I will be the slow repair where the wires start to mend. I'll be the gentle power when the resources end. I can't erase the damage, but I can bring the spark to lift the heavy shadow and drag you from the dark. Don't wait for the explosion or a sudden brilliant flash. The healing is the process, the patient steady crash. Let the energy connect now, let the current start to flow. You're not beyond the saving, you just need a room to grow. Yeah, where the wires mend. The power.
The road is blurred by morning fog, the signs are hard to read. I've mapped out all the failures planted like a toxic seed. I'm standing at the margin where the old comfort runs out. Listen to the loudest whispers fueled by self-doubt. I know the cost of waiting, the price of standing still. It's letting the perfect moment surrender to the chill. The history is heavy, weighing down on my heel, but the pull of the horizon is something I have to feel. The first step is the promise, the point of no return. It's the single spark of courage that lets the darkness burn. I don't need the whole forecast, I don't need the final view, just the solid ground beneath me to push on through. Check the knot of the shoelace, a small ritualized check, making sure the framework won't suddenly become a wreck. This isn't about running or crossing the finish line. It's about the pure decision, making this moment mine. I could write you a thesis on why I should delay, but the logic of inaction just fades with the light of day. The inertia is broken, the structure starts to yield. The future is a canvas, and the path must be revealed. The first step is the promise, the point of no return. It's the single spark of courage that lets the darkness burn. I don't need the whole forecast, I don't need the final view, just the solid ground beneath me to push on through. friction, heel hitting the stone, the first step, stepping out alone. The light outside is golden, but it feels artificially still. I'm caught between the morning rush and the coming evening chill. The sound of traffic softens, blurring into a low hum, the kind of empty silence where the deepest thoughts become numb. I'm wearing the same sweater I wore 3 days ago. The schedule on the whiteboard has nowhere left to go. This hour is a vacuum, a perfectly flat design, where every single memory feels equally mine. Good afternoon, we're suspended in the perfect faded blue. There's nothing left to run from, nothing left to pursue. It's not a celebration and it isn't quite the end, just a gentle slow motion where all the pieces mend. I see the dust motes dancing, performing their slow ballet, proof that even stillness can drift slowly far away. I should be sorting papers or answering the call, but the inertia of the moment is stronger than it all. I could pretend I'm working, generating the heat, but the truth is that this quiet pause is strangely incomplete. It's the heaviest kind of freedom, when no choice must be made. Just sitting in the amber light, watching the shadows fade. Good afternoon, we're suspended in the perfect faded blue. There's nothing left to run from, nothing left to pursue. It's not a celebration and it isn't quite the end, just a gentle slow motion where all the pieces mend. Half forgotten, the dreams are half asleep. This beautiful neutral zone, the secrets that we keep. Good afternoon, let the moment hold. Good afternoon, growing old. Good afternoon, growing old. We met under a contract, implicitly defined. A beautiful distraction, the kind you leave behind. No talk of future funding, no promise of the lease. We built a perfect structure designed for quick release. We knew the final deadline was etched into the calendar, but we chose the pure intensity, ignoring the alarm of her. Every night was overtime, accelerating the score, trying to cram a lifetime behind a temporary door. This was a guest project, magnificent and brief. We invested all our passion, defying the disbelief. And now the audit is finished, the resources are spent. We knew the ending from the start, exactly where it went. I'm archiving the photos, tagging them phase one. The details of the laughter, the damage that was done. We maximized the connection, avoided all the doubt. A flawless execution, then cleanly backing out. I know I shouldn't linger by the data on the screen, but I miss the complex coding, the place we've always been. We were too good at the process, too focused on the shine, ignoring the fine print that said, this is not truly mine. This was a gas project, magnificent and brief. We invested all our passion, defying the disbelief. And now the audit is finished, the resources are spent. We knew the ending from the start, exactly where it went. This was a gas project, magnificent and brief. We invested all our passion, defying the disbelief. And now the audit is finished, the resources are spent. We knew the ending from the start, exactly where it went. The final report is filed now, the memories remain. It was a perfect structure, designed for future pain. Thank you for the labor, thank you for the time. Guest projects, you were truly mine. They hear the easy chorus, the rhythm of the drum. They think it's just distraction till the next one comes. They label it a playlist, a background for the drive, but they miss the deep intention that keeps the soul alive. Look closer at the structure, the frequencies that clash. It's the sound of heavy curves pulling us from the ash. This isn't just vibration, it's in the simple air. It's a secret language whispered where nobody seems to care. This is not just music, it's the gravity we share. It's the architecture built to hold the burden of despair. It's the code that breaks the silence, the key that unlocks the door. It's a permanent connection that we always waited for. The minor chords are telling the stories of the bruise. The tempo is the heart of the choice we have to choose. We loaded every memory into the perfect strain to prove that something beautiful can rise above the pain. I know the way the speakers can fail to hold the truth, but the feeling underneath it is a fountain of our youth. We carved out every measure with purpose and with grace to claim this empty moment, to claim this silent space. This is not just music, it's the gravity we share. It's the architecture built to hold the burden of despair. It's the code that breaks the silence, the key that unlocks the door. It's the permanent connection that we always waited for. Listen past the melody, feel the pulse inside the void. It's the sound of the future, the damage that's destroyed. This is the manifesto, the undeniable fact. Not just music, there's no turning back. Board is wiped to zero, the clock is set to run. They're waiting for the signal, but our moment has begun. We don't chase the echo, we ignite the original spark. We move in calculated silence, leaving our definitive mark. The skeptics watch the blueprint, they whisper and they doubt. They copy the conclusion, but they miss the working out. We don't follow the direction, we redraw the entire map. We're standing in the vacuum, avoiding every trail. We make trends, we don't borrow, we dictate the desire. We are the rising current, setting the world on fire. The future is our signature, signed in neon and in steel. They try to catch the frequency, but they don't know how we feel. They study all our phases, the angles and the style, trying to reverse engineer our presence for a while. But the source is always moving, the platform always new. We stay 10 steps ahead, living out the vision true. Let them try to replicate the energy we own. Their imitation is just a pedestal for our throne. We don't rely on luck now, we build the perfect wave. The risk we took this morning is a rule they have to say. We make trend, we don't borrow, we dictate the desire. We are the rising current, setting the world on fire. The future is our signature, signed in neon and in steel. They try to catch the frequency, but they don't know how we feel. This is the new manifesto, etched into the light. You see the final product. We live through the long night. We make the rule, we make the flow. We make trend, watch it grow.